like to welcome back Dane Blanton. Not only has Dane been a reporter for the Clippers over the past 3 years, but he won a gold medal in beach volleyball in 2000, and he's the only U.S. male to ever compete in 2 Olympic Games. And you, my friend, got to hang out with Kevin Love this summer, but not for basketball.
No, I did. Obviously, there was a lockout this summer, so Kevin had a little more time. He was doing some cross-training. He was playing volleyball.
Well, let's talk about Gibb and Patterson first.
Yeah, Gibb and Patterson are a dynamic team. One of the top teams, of course, on the AVP Tour. They haven't won since Shanghai on the international tour. This is their 3rd AVP event. They're looking for their first win, and they're excited.
You're going to have to play solid defense. Be disciplined, hold your ground, and if I'm Kerry Walsh, I'm going to try to block that line and have Whitney Pavlik slide into the angle.
Coach Gundy, you were impressed with the offense. You didn't know anything about this offense coming in. Were you impressed with the way you played against Washington State in the first half?
Like another game coming down to the wire, but in the end tonight, you guys had some defensive stops. Tell me specifically what you guys turned around in the end defensively to get those stops.
You guys have been holding the opposition to very low runs, but tonight you got some offensive production, especially from Marcus Timms. Were you happy about that? And what's the attitude right now? Obviously, the expectations have been so high for this team. The payroll has shot up to $138 million. Everyone expects you guys to go out and win every game, and you're struggling right now. What is the attitude in the dugout?
They've got the experience and they are hungry.
Well, they're very hungry, but this team doesn't have a lot of experience together. They actually told me just moments ago that they have more experience on the competition sand than they do on the practice court, and they have their work cut out for them. A team that took them down yesterday and sent them into the loser's bracket.
Just a fantastic defensive play by Kessie and Ross. Good drop block by Kessie. Cannot control it and keep it inside the antenna. Nothing can travel outside that antenna or it's ruled out of bounds immediately. It's a prototypical modern-day beach volleyball team. You have the tall blocker at the net in Walsh and Fatma, and you have that great defender in Sweat and Pavlik, and they're going to go at it back and forth right now. Sweat hits that one long. It's going to be important for them to execute and to play consistent here.
And he got an offer to play in the Manhattan Beach Open, which is the biggest volleyball tournament basically in the world.
I know when we went down there, you had some skills. Your hands were soft. You had a pretty good jump. What would you say your best attribute is? Because I've heard it's blocking.
Not passing. That's for sure. Passing was by far my worst.
You're going to stick to basketball.
Yes.
And you guys are on fire this year, 19-19. You've already won a couple games more than you did the entire year last year. And you've dominated the Clippers so far this season, winning that one at the last second shot and the last one by about 12. What are the keys tonight? The first time you guys faced the Timberwolves, they got you with that last second shot. The last time, they won handily, taking over in the fourth quarter. What makes this team so tough, and what do you guys have to do tonight to get the win?
I think it's their versatility.
Dane Blanton downstairs. What are you looking at right now, Dane?
Well, I'm looking at the legend T. Boone Pickens, one of the most successful businessmen in the world, known around Oklahoma State for his financial contributions and donations. Tell us about the program and what's the state of the athletic program at Oklahoma State. Some people are calling you the savior to the American energy crisis with the Pickens plan. Explain everything about that Pickens plan.
Okay, Dane, the Pickens plan, I launched it on July the 8th. We've had over 5 million come in on the website.
We bring in Dane Blanton. And Dane, the former USC star, he's happy to be a Clipper. He knows the Clippers wanted him. He's got to be anxious to play.
Well, he's happy. I can assure you he is the happiest guy in the building. He was out here shooting around earlier. He's all smiles. He told me it's a dream come true to come home and play for these Los Angeles Clippers. But one thing you did, Casey, was the fact that you silenced Rosie's Raiders. And they're a tough crowd, but they were extremely quiet. You know how to play them just perfectly.
Yeah.
I love the gesture. You told them to be quiet, and then you kind of
Keeter
said to turn it up.
taught me that one a long time ago. You guys cool down and you guys bring it up, volume up, and it was just so fun.
And Matt, it seems like you kind of play the sideline role. You let him handle that, and you just focus on what's going on the court.
Blake, a very effective game tonight. It seems like you guys had those 2 practices. They're going on a back-to-back. Was that the idea to really take it to them early?
What are the most important lessons that sports teach us? Fair play, teamwork, perseverance. What are the reasons our parents signed us up for neighborhood activities, only a few short years after we learned to walk? Possibly because some of life's most valuable principles are learned not in the home, nor in the classroom,
but instead when no adults are present. Given the choice, none of us would consider being born with a physical handicap, like Nico. But what if we knew we would acquire a greater drive in life if we had? As a result, we would inspire others to step outside their comfort level, and in doing so, lead a richer and more accomplished life.